this is important. I didn't test you on this, but there could be a bunch of questions on this slide on the test, okay? Remember we said don't maximize profits, okay? Why? Because we don't know what profits are, okay? We know cash flows, but profits, we don't know. You can calculate profits differently under the generally accepted accounting principles. Those principles are broad, okay? They give you leeway. So you can come up with different estimates of profits, doing different things, like GM did, okay? Like IBM did. So we don't want companies to maximize profits, okay? Why? Because profit maximization ignores cash flows. We don't know what profits are. We know what cash flows are. Like you have $100 of cash in your pocket. We know what that is, okay? But profits, we don't know. So it ignores cash flows. Profit maximization does. Number two, it ignores risk, okay? If you're maximizing profits, you're also maximizing risk. We don't want to go there. And number three, profit maximization ignores the time value of money, okay? So what should firms do? Maximize the stock price. So these are the prices. If you are a Facebook manager or an IBM manager or a Google manager, your job is to cause the stock prices to go up. Now, these managers, they don't have any direct control over the stock prices. For example, Facebook's founder, Mark Zuckerberg, cannot just pick up the phone and call, whoever is posting these prices, hey, I want my stock price to be $200 or $1,000. No. This is not how. These stock prices are determined by whom? By traders, buyers and sellers, okay? Buyers and sellers, traders. Some people are buying, some are selling, okay? If there is good news on Snap, I don't know how many of you Snapchat. So there was some positive news on Snapchat yesterday, okay? And the stock price went up by about a couple of dollars yesterday. So why? Because then people felt like, hey, Snap was in doldrums, was not doing very well. Facebook, Instagram is owned by Facebook. So Facebook was eating its lunch, Instagram was eating its lunch, so people felt like, very soon this company is going to disappear because, the only way these companies make money is by showing you ads, by charging. They don't charge you directly, but they show you ads and they charge those, companies whose ads you see. So Snap wasn't doing very well. So yesterday, all of a sudden, people were surprised, hey, they're not doing so badly after all. So there was a pickup in demand for Snap shares. And that's what caused so what caused the Snap stock price to go up yesterday? It was good news on the sales front. They were showing more activity, by you guys who use Snapchat, and there was more advertising revenue, better performance. So when investors saw those numbers, they wanted to buy, Snap, the Snap stock, and that's what caused the Snap stock price to go up. So that's all you can do, okay? Do the right thing. Make good investment decisions, okay? If you're Snap, for example, come up with other features that people like, Okay, come up with what people like so that more people will switch from Instagram or Facebook to Snap, okay? And then they can show more ads and they can get better revenue, higher revenue. That's how you cause the stock price to go up. You see what I'm talking about? Making good investments, offering good product, good services to your. So I also address the following issue. Why shareholders? Why are we so concerned about, and in the eyes of some people, perhaps we are overly concerned about our shareholders, okay? No, we are not. As I told you last time, okay, it's shareholders' capital which is running Walmart, Kmart, Sears, JCPenney, Facebook, shareholders' funds. And every other stakeholder has a contract with the firm. Employees have a contract, they are paid according to the contract. Vendors have a contract, they are paid according. the IRS has a legal contract, so the IRS is going to take its cut if the firm is earning profits, okay? But shareholders are the only one who don't have any contract with the firm. It's their capital. They're taking all the risk. So don't you see that at the end of the day, if they are not rewarded, what will happen? What will happen? They'll just sell the stock and take their money somewhere else. You see what I'm saying here? So at the end of the day, you want to, if you are a Facebook manager, your job is to make sure that you reward your shareholders adequately based on the risk that they are taking. Okay, that's what your job is. That's why you say, hey, try to maximize the stock price, because if you do some good things, the stock price will go up. The higher the stock price go, the higher the rate of return to shareholders. That's how you create value. Okay? If based on Facebook's risk, you require a 15% annual rate of return, and the Facebook stock price appreciates by 20%, you are creating value. Because shareholders are all right with a 15% rate of return. You provide them with a 20% rate of return. You see what I'm talking about here? Okay? So, you all understand what I'm saying here. All right. So the next, this is where we were last time. So we want our managers to maximize the stock price. So another question arises, do our managers maximize the stock price, or do they